All right, we're just going to wait for one more person, one or two more people to jump in here. And all right. Welcome to the Fearkiller Webinar, everybody. How to permanently end your fear around beautiful women. I am so freaking excited to show you this because let's just put it this way. All other dating and social advice out there is making you work harder. It's making you bang your head against the wall when it comes to meeting women, and a lot of it is just fear-based. They say that you have to go and do these things, and you have to feel this certain way, and in order to beat it all, in order to get it all, you have to push through it and fight and do all, like, god damn, just slow down, everybody. Hold up. Hold your horses. It's a lot simpler than that. It's a lot easier than that. I'm obsessed with social skills. I'm obsessed with meeting people and all that stuff, self-improvement. So I've tried everything. I've tried all the pickup artist stuff. I've tried everything, and this is what I've come up with. So this is 10 years in the making, everyone, and I'm really excited to show it to you, whether you're 55 years old or whether you're 18 years old. Here we go. So you're in the right place if you have a difficult time even saying hi to strangers, or you're able to approach easily, but you find it hard to be yourself around people. You're dating several women, but just feel nervous around the really hot ones. Now, I've been in all three of these places. Here's what you'll learn today, a method 10 years in the making, like I said, and it's an alternative to pickup artist methods. They think, they act, they do things. The entire mindset that they have about going about meeting women and socializing is different from me. I just want to meet cute girls. They want to make a sport out of meeting people. A sport is by definition going to be a challenge, or you're not playing it, right? I don't want to play sports. I wasn't ever good with sports. When I was a kid, everyone kicked my ass in sports. It sucked. So I don't like playing sports. I mean, I like rock climbing. I like doing things that I could go at my own pace. So all I want is I just want to meet cute girls. That's it. I just want to date cute girls. I want to be around cute girls. I want to hook up with cute girls. That's it. I don't want to have to go about this big challenging sport where I'm, do this and do that. If you like that, if you like the game, by all means, go for it. But just let me give you an opportunity to see things my way today. Now, the great thing about this is these are lessons that you'll keep refining and building over the course of your life. These are core concepts. These are things that you're going to say today, whoa, that's really cool. You're going to apply it. It's going to work. 5 years later, you're going to look at it again. You're going to revisit this, and you're going to go, whoa, dang. I see this in an entirely different way, an even more advanced way than I did before. That's the type of stuff I like. I like mastering the basics to such a high degree that you don't really need to focus on anything else. Now, this webinar, it is a bite-sized look into what I teach to my clients who are paying me anywhere from $12,000 to $50,000 a year in social development mastery. So what I like to do is I like to take the big and I like to make it really small. And so what I've done is I've taken the core concepts, like I said, and I've tried to fit it nicely and as cleanly as possible into this hour-long webinar that we're, watching and we're going about right now, engaging with right now. Super useful gifts for staying until the end today. 2 fun in-field videos of me interacting with women, approaching women, flirting with them, having a great time with them, getting their numbers, yada, yada, yada. Just a fun little gift, nothing crazy. A secret Facebook group for you to network and connect with other like-minded, non-creepy guys on all things dating and lifestyle. I stress non-creepy. And it's also my favorite place for answering your dating questions. I can't help but be obsessed with helping you out. So even if you just found out about me, you just joined the Facebook group, you put a question on there, I can't help but want to answer fully as soon as possible. It's just in my DNA. It's who I am. And then lastly, the Fear Killer Challenge. And it's an opportunity to win an advanced group coaching session with me. Okay, a bit about me. I was literally the worst at bars. I couldn't approach anyone. I would literally drive home, punching my steering wheel and crying my eyes out. And I'm not joking. And I go, why isn't it working? I've worked so hard. It wasn't good. And I always ruined it with hot women. You know, when I would meet somebody that I really liked, I would kind of get to that area where she was like, oh, this guy's interesting. This guy's cool. Let me see what he's about. And then as soon as I got to the point where she considered me as a viable option, I got super nervous and screwed it up. Yeah. Okay. So what I teach here is what happens after I've removed the fat and got down to the absolute core of confidence. I have spent years and years and years trying to figure out, let me put it this way. I really like finding out the most pure form of anything. I don't like having to do tons of bells and whistles and tactics and techniques to get something that I want done. I just want to know, okay, what is the absolute basis of getting this, of succeeding in this place? Okay, what is that? I want to do that. And everything else I want to throw out the window. And just a reminder, I'm not here to be a nice boy. I'm here to get with hot women, period. What I'm saying is, some of these concepts here, you're going to be like, this guy, I think he's just trying to take the moral high ground. He's trying to be a white knight here. And that's not at all what I'm trying to do. I do have morals, but what I'm saying is, I just want to be with hot girls. I just want to be with women that I'm attracted to, that I have a great time with. That's all. Okay, so before we move on, it's not about doing ridiculous stunts to pump you up and desensitize you. That's a fallacy. If you want that, by all means, go find the products that people are selling that are, hundreds of dollars, that are getting you to lie on the ground and run around acting like an asshole to lose your fear. But listen, that's not what it takes, okay? It's a lot simpler and easier than that. Okay, mainly, just in a nutshell, it's largely about shifting your mindset and then introducing gradual exposure to what you're scared of. Now, if you are a really, really black and white type of person, you're a binary type of guy, then fuck this webinar, fuck all of that stuff you want to learn. Just go get a sales job, a really hard sales job, or canvas for 6 months. You know what canvassing is? It's, when you walk in a mall or on a street and somebody stops you and they're like, you have a second to talk about the whales that are dying in South Africa? And you're like, please get away from me. I don't want to be mean, but please stop it right now. That is the hardest job in the world. And to get good at that job, you have to learn some really good social skills. And then the last thing, I know there's no magic pill. There really isn't. But if there was, if you just take an improv class, man, I have had clients take improv class. It just does wonders. There's just something about it. It just helps. I don't know what it is. It's just magic. All right, part 1, the lighthouse principle. Let's jump right into it, guys. I want you to think of a lighthouse at night, pitch black. And there's some boats that need to get some cargo onto shore. And they don't know where the fuck they're going because it's 1850. It's not 2017 or 2018 or, 2019. It is the year 1850. And there's nothing but a lighthouse to guide the way. Now, the brighter the lighthouse, the easier it is to see the right place to go. I want you for a second to imagine yourself as a lighthouse. And I want you to imagine the right people that want to be in your life as the boats in the night. And the brighter, the stronger you shine your light, the more easily the people that really want to meet you are going to be able to notice you and beeline right towards you, baby. The more you dim your light and have a dim light, the more they're going to mistake you for, I don't know, a candle, whatever. They're not going to notice you as easily, and they're going to probably go somewhere else or get, run into some rocks and get washed up onto shore. You are the lighthouse. And let's see what this means. But first, I'd like to tell you, 90% of women in the world will not like you. This, for me, is a really interesting concept, because right now you're probably going, wait a second, no, wait, you're a dating coach, you're a social coach, and you're telling me that now only 10% of women are going to like me? Wait a second. No, I want that hot shit, dude. I want to be like a pickup artist, dude, where like I see videos of them, yo. It looks like every girl they go up to, it's like everyone likes them. I hear stories how they go into a bar and like they just whip that shit into shape. They get them phone numbers, baby. All right, I'm being an idiot. But listen, I can't stress how much time I have spent on this stuff. And I have boiled it down. And when I say that the most attractive dude the guy that gets with all the girls, or the pickup artist guy that you might like on the internet, I say that he only has 10% of women that really are attracted to him. I'm telling the truth. I know pickup artists. I know what they're like behind the scenes when the camera's not showing on them. I know guys that are really good with women. I know what they're like. I see what they do. People have already decided if they like you. You don't have to attract anyone. This is the most freeing feeling and the basis for the rest of this method. I always relax knowing that it's always set in stone, and I am changing no one's mind. So now, instead of getting mad or upset at the idea that 90% of people are just not going to like you, that makes me relax. That puts me at peace. Now I go into a bar, or I'll go into a party, or I'll just go on the street, and when I interact with people, my brain is already like, I know most people are not going to like me. I'm too weird. I'm too short. I'm only 5'8". I'm too old. I'm, in my 30s. I'm too Italian. I'm too hipster. Maybe I'm too New Jersey. I use the F word too much. Maybe my style doesn't match. There's a million reasons why somebody won't like me and my personality. If I work as hard as I can to get everyone to like me, guess what's going to happen? I'm just watering myself down. I'm dimming my light. That's interesting, isn't it? So my personality, that's my light. It is my strongest tool for meeting people. It's not your social skills. It's not your looks. It's your personality. That's interesting, right? So if we're going back to that lighthouse metaphor, the light, how brightly I shine my light, is how brightly I shine my personality out to the world. Why? Because in the past, I spent time watering myself down. I thought, I'm too weird here. I don't want women to see that side of me because I've seen a lot of people get unattracted to it. So let me forget about that. Let me try to kind of act like this. Let me try to act like the guys in movies. Let me try to act like the guys in videos that I see. And all that's doing is it's watering me down. Here's the thing, man. No one else has that exact mixture that I do or that you do. Everyone's different. So the funny thing is, that guy that you see is like the ladies' man. The women that like him, they may not like you. But guess what? The women that don't like him, those women may very well be the ones that are attracted to you. You don't have to take years learning the fine art of acting anymore, because now you have a character embedded into your brain already. It's you. The more you water that down, buddy, the more you are hurting your success. This is huge. Now, I'm not thinking about anybody except for that 10% of people. That's all I'm doing. I'm just looking for them, and I'm helping them look for me. It is the most powerful feeling in the world to be exactly who you are. God, you don't know how good it feels. I spent years feeling anxiety, watering myself down, acting like somebody else, hiding the sides of me that I really like about myself, that I really am about myself. So much pain, so much anxiety. One day I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. I'm just literally going to piss off everybody and be exactly who I want to be. Okay? And you know what happened? A couple things. One, I felt so good. Felt so free. It's kind of like, I'll bet you if you like take off your clothes and just walk out in public, you're real scared to do it. But then when everyone sees your tiny little penis or whatever, you're just like, okay, it's all out in the open now. I feel good. This is not, I'm refreshed. It's like, it's all over with. I did it. Everyone knows now. I'm not scared of anything anymore. And the other thing that happens is the people that actually really, really are looking for you, they see you. They see you from a mile away. They say, oh, damn, look at that tiny dinger from a mile away. I like that tiny dinger. Give me that tiny dinger. I want it for breakfast. There's women who like your tiny dinger. They don't want a big schlong. Kanye West is my favorite example. He is constantly on a high because he's fully expressing how he feels at all times. I love Kanye West, but a lot of people hate him. That's good. That's what he wants. He wants to polarize. Why? It's because it makes everything so much quicker, more efficient for himself. Here's a picture of him at the MTV, I think 2015, like music video awards or some shit like that. They gave him a mic and they gave him a stage and they gave him like, I think 20 minutes and he just spoke. Who else could do that except for Kanye? Why? Because he is so focused on exactly who he is that it was so polarizing, the speech. You either were like, God, get this guy off TV, or you were like, wow, this is great. Now, if he was watered down, they'd give him maybe a minute or two. You know, he would say all the obvious things that everyone wants to hear him say, but no, Kanye's not like that. Look at him. Look at that pose right there. So vulnerable. All of himself is out there. Everything. His tiny dinger and all, my friends. Now, if you're in a bad mood, let it shine. If you're in a calm mood, let that shine. Serious mood, childish, innocent mood, vulnerable mood, egoic mood, let it all shine, damn it. Don't water it down. It's freeing and invigorating. I used to go on, before I realized how inefficient and crappy Tinder was for my dating life, I used to go on a lot of Tinder dates. And quite often, I wouldn't be on. You know, I wouldn't be feeling the dopest, right? And what I would try to do when I would go on the date is like, I don't want to waste this opportunity. Let me manufacture a good mood for her. And I would do that, and continually that just would make me fail all the time. And then one night I was just like, Anthony, yo, dude, just be who you are right now to her. And if I was tired, and if I was not in a very expressive mood, that's what I showed. That's what I gave to her. Because guess what? She's not looking at my mood. She's not looking if I'm so extroverted or so introverted or like so cool, you know? All she's looking at, she's looking at that flame on the inside, and she's looking at how brightly it's fucking shining. How in sync is his mood, is who he is truly on the inside, being displayed out for me and for everyone else. That's what women care about. And funnily enough, I would have more and more success, even though I would be in a bad mood, a sad mood, an idiotic mood, a childish mood. I just put out whatever I was feeling at that moment. Just like I say, you put your personality out there 100%, and the right people come like ships in the night. Now, this is half of it. This is putting out the right message, letting that freak flag fly. But there's another part of it. This guy, Grant Cardone, you may have heard of him. He's probably one of the biggest sales guys on the internet. He says, fear comes from not being clear on where you're going or how you're going to get there. I love this. This is what I live by. It's very important to have a sense of purpose in terms of the lighthouse principle. I want you to think about, what women do you truly want? Many men, either they don't really know what they want, but they just follow egoic emotions or staying away from bad emotions. Let me explain this. God, for years, when I was out meeting people, I would see a hot girl and I'd go, I feel a little nervous. That's the girl that is good looking to the world, and therefore I need to go attract her and make her like me and hook up with her. Those types of women, those were types of women that I could have give a shit about. If I really just thought about, what do I truly want? Yeah, she's pretty, but am I really actually attracted to her? I don't really know if I'm actually attracted to her. I know that I desire somebody that's hot to up my ego, but am I really attracted to her? Is she what I really truly want? And this is really important, because this helps you discern between your egoic fears and anxieties and your true authentic self, which makes you feel confident and excited. When you see a woman that you truly are into, that matches who you are and what you want, what you're attracted to, you feel excited to meet her. You do not feel scared and anxious, my friend. This is big. This is big for me, because now when I go out, I don't judge based on how the world wants me to interact with certain people or what the world decides who I should be with. I decide this. So if I see a pretty girl, I will really think about it. Go, yeah, she's pretty, but does she really get me going? Would I really want to hang out with this girl? Would I really want to actually have sex with this girl? Not about my ego. Really, do I want to look at her in the eyes and have sex with her? Not really. No. You really want to decide, who am I really attracted to? This changed everything for me. I stopped being scared because I stopped focusing on people that I wasn't really into and people that weren't really into me. Now, I'm going to explain manifesting right now without being cheesy. Exactly what I wrote. We want to focus on the right ships. We don't want to bring in as many ships as possible. That is a misperception brought to you by the media, pickup artists, all that shit, movies, whatever. A ladies' man, somebody that's really good with women, he's just very good at finding the right women. Not all the women. Like I said, 90% of women aren't going to like you anyway. So I want to find the right women. And, there's something about me. I have ADD. I am lazy. I'm disorganized. I am not that smart. I'm not that a lot of things. I suck at a lot of things. But there's one thing that has always been really cool about me. I have this wild ability to just assume the shit that I want and get it. And it has been the biggest reason for a lot of my success in my life. The biggest reason is just because I go, I want that. So now I'm just going to live my life as though that's definitely going to happen. That's definitely going to happen, and I'm going to get it. And then eventually it almost always does happen. It's crazy. So let's put it in terms of the right ships, the right women. Now that I know what I truly want, it's in my head, I focus on it 100%. That's all I want. I know that's what's going to happen in my life. I'm going to be with those women. There's no guessing. It's just yes, it's going to happen, which also takes away my fear. Because fear comes from not really knowing what you want and not knowing how you're going to get there. So what I do is I know what I want, and I go, well, now I know I'm going to get it. And then I just go towards it 100%. When I am 100% focused on what I value, I'm not even noticing the wrong people. I have no time ever to think about rejection or failure because I'm so flushed with pursuing and manifesting and achieving the right women. Listen, guys, I'm here to find my girlfriend, my wife, my one-night stand. If they are not that, then I want them the hell out of my way. So this is the second half of the lighthouse principle, guys. I am moving so fast and so furious, like a Vin Diesel, towards the women that I want in my life, the people that I want in my life, the achievements that I want in my life. I'm going so fast that I don't even have time to look, consider, notice, acknowledge the 90% of people that don't want to be with me and that I'm not really interested in. They're so quickly gone. So talking about this in a practical sense, if I meet somebody and I could see they're obviously not into me, instead of being like, yo, burn that set down, dude, go till the end. To me, that's a lot of wasted time. I just want to be with people that I have good chemistry with immediately. I really not, and I don't mean immediately. Maybe I have a little chemistry with them and the chemistry grows over time. But I'm talking about the people, you know what I'm talking about. Like, there are just some people I meet and we are just on different wavelengths. We're different people. When I meet that type of person and I see they don't like me, I don't get all butthurt and try to go, oh, let me try to win them. Let me try to show them, show myself, and show the world that I could conquer this. No, I don't like I don't like sports. I don't like trying to conquer shit. All I want to do is I want to be with the cute, attractive women that I like. That's it. So I don't have time to spend with people that don't like me. They are literally like, they're gone. The second that I realize that they're not for me, they shouldn't be in my life, they are gone. Gone. And I'm constant, and I immediately change course and I go, who's next? Who's the right person? Where's the right person? I want to find my right person. This has brought me the most success in my life. Like I said, I'm generally a piece of shit person. But for some reason, I just am able to manifest what I want because I go so hard towards it and I already assume it's going to happen. And for some reason, it just works for me. I'm happy about that. I'm fortunate for that. So this is a funny concept. The only cool people are the women I like and that like me back. And when I talk about cool, I mean really like high school cool. Like when you saw high school, you know, when you were like in high school and you were like, man, those cool people look really cool. I wish I could be a cool person. Why am I not a cool person? How can I get to be a cool person? That's what I mean by cool. Now in my life, I literally only think that the people that I like and like me back are the coolest people in the world. They are the cool people. They are the high school cool people. I am in my own high school cool clique. That's seriously the way my brain works. And if somebody's not in my high school cool clique, if they don't like me and I don't like them back, then they're literally not in my vision. I don't see them. I don't know them. They're not there. I only focus on who I like. Now, I have such a high sense of value in myself and the people I naturally connect with. Literally, everyone else sucks to me. Like, if someone's like, yo, Anthony, you suck, dude. My brain, I'm like, dude, you suck. Like, that's the way my brain works. I'm like, you don't like me? You're bad. Bad me? Nah. Bad you. It is a really big thing that I see a lot of guys struggle with. I don't have time. I only have time for and the people that do like me and I like back, I commit 1,000,000,000% to them. I treat them like kings and queens. Now, that is the lighthouse principle. This is one piece of why I feel zero fear around anyone. Why? Because the people that don't matter, I really truly don't even notice them. And I am only looking for people that I get along really well with. And I make sure that I focus on putting out exactly who I am at every given moment as much as possible, and it makes the people that are looking for me, that want to know me, it makes that 10% notice me really, really easily. And then I focus 100% on finding them and filtering out all of the people I'm not interested in. Part 2, there is no approach. Okay. The concept here is lightning fast enlightenment. This is part of it. I am about to unbrainwash your idea of approaching someone. Allow me to wax poetic for a second. This is from an old movie, Le Petit Soldat, by a famous French director named Jean-Luc Godard. Move away from life and the living strike you from their lists. This is big for me. When I saw this quote in the movie, I go, whoa, that is a gorgeous line. And I want you to take a second to look at it, think about it, see what that means. I feel a lot of people that want to get good with women, they come from a place where they move away from life. They don't really care about people yet. They're not in the right headspace to think about, being with society. And then they think, how do I conquer women now? And that is where it becomes a really, really difficult task. Wow. You don't want to be like really around people, but you want to somehow sneak your way into like cute girls' lives? Buddy, I'm not saying it's impossible, but that's a tall order, my friend. Okay? It's a lot easier than that if you just moved towards life. Let's get into it. Lightning fast enlightenment. There's a few steps I have for it, for you to understand and put this into practice. Number 1, I am overwhelmingly in love with the gift of life that I've been given. Now, listen, you hear stuff like this on the internet. Maybe your depressed friend from high school posted like some photo with that text on there. And it's like, always appreciate life because it's all you have or whatever. And you're just like, get this the hell away from me, this like, this bullshit. But when I talk about this, like, this is so incredibly, incredibly powerful to me. The concept that for all of eternity, there was no such thing as me, Anthony Resinello. And then, I don't know who decided, whatever it was, some gods of the sky decided to say, this motherfucker Anthony, yeah, all right, let's just make him pop out. Let's put him alive for a little bit. And then I popped out and I landed on this freaking world, this reality, this earth. It's crazy to me. Like, look around you. Look at your skin. Like, you're taking this all for granted. You're like basically in some crazy body with skin and bones and muscle. And look around you. There's all these colors and you're living. Holy shit. What does that even mean? And then after, God willing, 90 years or so, you die and then you go back into eternity. So for a small blip of the billions and billions and trillions of years that the universe has been going for infinity and eternity, but a small blip of that, you get to be alive and get to like dance around on this earth and get to play, right? That's crazy to me. That's insane that I get that. That's like somebody giving me like a mansion and a Lamborghini and I don't know, some other really cool stuff. And then for me not to completely be overwhelmingly in love with that gift is an insult to them. It's disrespectful, right? That's the way I think about it. Okay, 2, life, because we say we're in love with the gift of life. Let's get really simple about it, the way like a puppy dog would. Life is whatever is around me right now. Let's not overcomplicate things. Life is whatever is around me. So I'm looking at my computer where I'm doing this, Fearkiller program. I have a microphone in front of me. The stuff around me. I'm number one, myself. I'm in life, right? That's what's around me. 2, there could be people around you. 3, there could be like things, plants, animals around you, or really anything that just affects your senses, things that you hear, things that you smell, yada, yada, right? That's life to me. And I am overwhelmingly in love with that gift of life. So let's go to 3. We're really just getting to the basics now because I'm just giving you some lightning fast enlightenment. 3, to love the gift of life is to respect, appreciate, and play with it. If somebody gives me a mansion and a Lambo, I want to respect that person. I want to respect my gift and the person that gave it to me. So I appreciate it. I show my appreciation for it, and I play with it. I use it. I drive around in that Lambo. I don't let the tires, get flat by sitting there for years. I don't let spider webs, infest my house or whatever. I live in the hell out of that house. I have fun with it. I have parties in the house. I drive around in that Lambo, baby. I drive up and down the California coast. And think about that with life. To move away from life, that is the most amazing gift you've been given. You are one out of like 4 trillion or whatever. You have been given such an amazing thing. And you like whine about, I don't like that I get scared of approaching. I'm sad. Like, what? You're sad? No! Look at what you have, dude. So I don't even have time to get sad or upset or feel bad. I'm so blown away by life. So let's go back to it because I am going off tangents right now. I'm jumping ahead. Number 4, what is around me at this moment is the best in the world. Okay, so let's put it this way. If whatever's around me is life, right, and I've been given this amazing gift of life, then that means that whatever is around me at this moment is the best. Because it's life, it's the gift, it's here right now. So if I'm in an elevator, and there's some like old dude that's like slowly walks in. I don't go, come on, dude, get the fuck in here. Come on, I got to go up to the 18th floor. I see him as the most important thing in my life at that moment because he is my life. He's what's around me at that moment. I am constantly engaging with, talking to, or just acknowledging all that is around me at every second. Now, this is hardly ever conscious. Instead, it's just a natural compulsion off of my constantly high state. Guys, I'm telling you, I constantly feel as though I've never done really drugs before, but I constantly feel as though I've just taken a ton of coke and PCP or whatever. I don't know, whatever drugs make you feel euphoric. That's how I feel at all times because that idea is in my head. And it's not a conscious thing. It's just naturally there. It's a compulsion off of me constantly being amazed by this gift I've been given. I am always turned on. Now, I never say, okay, time to not be in life anymore. Time to not appreciate life anymore. Let me go into my head and be depressed for a couple days. Or let me go into my head and just be like a loser for a couple. No. I'm always turned on. I never shit on my Lambo. That's disrespectful. That's rude to the gift I've been given. So let's think about it like a car. You know, you get in your car in your garage, you put in the key, you turn it on, the engine, and you start driving. If you hit a red light or a stop sign, you don't turn the car off, right? And wait until it goes green and then turn the car back on and keep driving. No. You just hit the brake, wait, and then keep going. The engine's still going. That's the same way I think about it. I don't spend my entire week disengaged from my life mentally. And then Friday night comes and I'm like, all right, time to turn it on. No. That's ridiculous. You ever like turn on a car after 10 years of not turning it on, it freaking is, it doesn't turn on right. I don't know if that analogy works. But what I'm basically saying is I'm on at all times. So to not engage with people around me is to not acknowledge life, which effectively means I don't like life. And I really want you to think about it like this. Now that means if there's a stranger around me, I talk to that person. And if I am not even going to say there's 50 people around me, I'm not going to say hi to everybody, but it's that physical acknowledgement. It's that feeling. It's that feeling on the inside that I am here in the present moment right now enjoying myself. Maybe I'll nod to somebody passing by me on the street, but I am constantly engaging with the world around me, with the people around me at all times. And listen, if you're not a very social person, I really want you to turn this into overdrive. I literally, if there's people around you, I want you to engage with them. I want you to say hi to them. How's your day? All the fucking time. Just like I said right there. Now, what happens when I'm treating everyone equally is I never discern people based on perceived value. This is really interesting. So there's a lot of guys that go, no, I only talk to hot girls and I don't talk to anybody else. Okay. To me, that's a little weird. That is, to me, disrespecting life. If there's people around me, I acknowledge everyone. I treat everyone equally. And when you put it that way, now it enables me to be perfectly confident in myself around absolutely everybody. So I don't judge anybody differently. Now, if there's a beautiful girl in front of me, I treat her the exact same way I would treat a girl that I'm not interested in, I'm not attracted to. And because of that, I don't any longer feel nervous around that beautiful girl, because everybody in that moment has the exact same value to me. They're part of my life. They are life. And I will appreciate them and acknowledge them as such. Now, we mix lightning fast enlightenment with the lighthouse principle. And naturally, I end up attracting women who I have incredible chemistry with and who I'm super attracted to with zero fear. So, when I have this complete engagement with my surroundings, I never have to think about approaching. Why? Everywhere I constantly go is an approach. If I'm in the elevator, I'm talking to the old man next to me. There is never an approach, because being engaged with life is my approach. I am constantly in an approach at all times. So I never think, oh, look at that girl over there. Now let me turn this on, go and talk to her. No, my brain is already focusing on the people around me. I'm never approaching. I'm always just acknowledging people around me. I haven't approached somebody in 10 years because my brain is constantly in a state of engagement with my surroundings. Now, other methods are interested in prolonging your detriment by banging your head against a wall instead of removing the wall. They create the idea of a cold approach in your head. A false view of an alpha mentality says to approach people you don't like and who don't like you for the sake of looking cool. It's what I talked about before. Now, I am never nervous because I'm never approaching. To approach is to challenge yourself. I don't want to challenge myself. I just want to be engaged with everyone around me. All right, part 4, humanizing women. Now, God damn it, I cannot tell you how much this changed things for me. This was something that happened later on in my social development. I, for years, was not seeing women as human beings, people just like me, especially beautiful women. Oh, yeah, they were from another planet. When I changed this, oh my God, I gotta say, it was probably the biggest change for me. It was probably the biggest evolution in my social skills and my success with women. Let's just get into it. I've always seen women, as hot women especially, as aliens who are different than I am. The phrase gaming or pickup, it literally creates the impression that you're playing a game, okay? So what I'm saying is, when people talk about, yo, let's go game, dude, or let's go pick up chicks, all pickup artists, that sounds fun and exciting, I guess, for some people. But for me, that always made me nervous. And why? Because once again, I was never really good at sports. I never really I have performance anxiety. And when I took on this headspace of meeting women and getting with cute girls that I wanted to be with as a game, it immediately turned women into trophies, into the end goal, an object that I could win. When I did this, it actually made me really nervous because I dehumanized them. I didn't see them as similar to who I am. And because of that, I saw them as aliens, and that made them really scary to me. Most of my life, I thought I kept needing to further objectify, create stronger barriers. So when things weren't going well, when I was still feeling nervous around them, I thought, okay, I got to put on the cool even more. I have to treat her more like an alien. I have to treat her more like something to win. Now, I just constantly remind myself that all women are people just fucking like me and you. When I meet a beautiful, beautiful woman, like the most gorgeous person, I look into her soul, dude. I look past obviously I look at her face and go, wow, she's gorgeous. But I am digging right into her soul. I am looking at her and I am going, you are a person. You're a human, just like me. You have all the same feelings I have. And this humanization, it helps me feel so much more comfortable and relaxed in myself around her. Now, instead of looking at her like something to win, I see her as a human who could be my friend and connect with. And I know your alarm just went off on who could be my friend, but just trust me on this one, guys. You can't be rejected when you're not trying to be accepted. This is a very big quote. Part of playing the game is trying to be accepted, trying to win. If you don't win, that's a rejection. But what if you're not playing the game? Well, then, if I'm not trying to get her, G-E-T, then I don't feel any fear of rejection. I just go up to her and treat her like a person, treat her like a friend that I could meet and have fun with. Now, here's another really cool little tweak that helped me a lot. For years and years, I was focusing on meeting women based on their looks first, primarily. And what I realized that was doing, it was furthering the objectification I had for them. I was discerning women based on how they looked to me. And then I would maybe focus on chemistry. I had it wrong. Once I flip-flopped this, everything changed. Now, I focus on who I have chemistry with. So I will talk to all women and see if I have chemistry with all of them. And then I have a great time with some of them. I forget about the ones that I don't have any chemistry with. And I kind of now have a group of women that I have chemistry with. Then I see who I'm most attracted to. I see who I'm like, okay, now that I have chemistry and I feel really comfortable with this girl, because I only focused on how our chemistry was. I didn't go up to a hot girl and go, oh, she's a hot girl. This is somebody that I need to focus on. Oh, this is somebody that I need to get. No. I say, I don't care if you're hot. I don't care if you're ugly. I don't care whatever about you. I want to see if we connect, if we have chemistry, if we have fun together, if we feel natural together. And then, now that I didn't discern anyone based on their looks, I found who I had chemistry with, whether I was attracted or unattracted to them. And then I decided, then I further filtered by who I was truly attracted to. Make sense? Now, when you meet the right girl, this sex comes naturally from the chemistry that's bubbling underneath. So you don't need to worry about getting sex so soon. Now I just go, listen, dude, if you have chemistry with a girl, if a girl likes you, what do you think, she's not going to fuck you? You think she's not going to have sex with you? Well, that's crazy. Women want to have sex just as much as you do. So listen, the sex, if you guys have chemistry and if you guys are going to hang out again, that's going to happen, dude. It's going to happen. So don't worry about whether you have sex so fast or not. Because I'm dating a lot of women. And I'm definitely going to hook up with some of them, right? So I don't need to worry how fast sex comes because I'm dating several women already. Now, I've grown to trust that as long as I follow this method, sex and great relationships happen on their own. So once again, I never go out going, let me game now. Let me try to get a girl now. I never do that. I just trust as long as I'm constantly engaging with people, I'm filtering out the people that don't like me, and I'm filtering in the people that I have chemistry with and I like, and then I further filter by who I'm attracted to. I just trust that my great relationships are going to happen. And I trust that sex, great sex, is going to happen. God, see how freaking simple this is? There's no more anxiety involved. Now, imagine having that. I'm sure you've had this before. That feeling of just perfect chemistry with a girl where it is just completely everything you say, everything she says, it's just locked perfectly. It's vibed perfectly. Now, when you have sex with a girl like that, boy, does that feel good. To me, that is what I strive for. That's what I want. Sex with a girl that you really are into and she is just enamored with you. That feels good. Now, the initial thing that you were going for, guys, I know, is the excitement of the game. I just want to go to a bar, pick up a girl, have sex with a random girl. Woo! That's a fun rush. Woo! That feels good. Woo! And yes, that does feel good. But I found, in my 30s, like I said, that dies quickly. Why? Because that's an exotic thing. The chase wears off. Once you get really good at meeting girls, you don't really get so excited about, oh, who could I have sex with as quickly as possible, quickly as possible, quickly as possible, quickly as possible. I mean, that wears off. That's a cool feeling because it's like satiating a hunger pain. You know, it's like being addicted to cigarettes. You haven't had a cigarette all day, and then you put it to your lips and you light that shit and you breathe it in and you go, oh, I got it. I got what I wanted. Yeah. I mean, that's the good feeling that comes from the game. But to me, the really amazing feeling, is when I have really amazing chemistry with a girl. I find a girl that I just click with and it's perfect with, and we do it. Damn, that shit is amazing. Now, sometimes the relationships will happen really fast and I'll hook up with a girl that same day. Or sometimes it'll be longer, it'll be a month. But I'm not worried about it because I know, once again, I trust the process. My commitment to the method is what keeps me from being anxious about it all. Now, lastly, that friends thing. How could we be lovers if we can't be friends? I think a lot of guys shy away from making friendships with women, being friends with women, treating women as friends. They shy away from it because they're so goddamn scared of the friend zone, like it's the Black Plague. And I'm here to tell you that a lot of that whole friendship thing, it's fake. It's not real. If you make friends with a girl, you think that you're not going to hook up with her? What are you, crazy? This is a myth that pickup artists have taught you, that society has taught you, your friends have taught you, movies have taught you, everybody has taught you. And once again, I have spent years I have tried everything. And I found the jump from strangers to lovers is big. You know, to meet a girl that's a stranger and hook up with her, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of stuff involved. But if I could make friends with a girl, now all the work is really taken care of. You know, I have chemistry with her. I have fun with her. We're spending close time together. We're intimate with each other. We're touching each other, hugging each other, watching movies right next to each other. Right after that, the jump to hook up, That's a small little hop, skip, and a jump, baby. All you got to do is pull her over and start kissing her. That's it. I like being friends with women first. Now, I'm not saying that every woman friend that I make, I want to hook up with. That's not the point. Okay, just that's a little disclaimer there. Now, next, stop watching porn. I don't want to have to get into why, but it's just perpetuating the objectification of the game that you're thinking. You see the hot girl in the porn, and then you go out that day, you go out that night, and you see a hot girl at a bar, and your brain goes, oh, that's the same girl that I saw as just a wild sex animal on video, and now she's there in front of me. That's not a person. That's just some wild sex animal. And that's what your brain does. And that's why I don't watch porn anymore, because it just perpetuated my objectification for beautiful women. The common theory is to be cool and smooth. I say, I want you to make yourself super vulnerable. Being cool and smooth, it just dehumanizes you and it dehumanizes everyone. It makes everyone more fake and less fun. I know so many guys, like if you look, I was just looking on Facebook today and it was like people you may know, that thing on Facebook, and I was just scrolling past random dudes I didn't know. All of their faces were like, hey, what's up? I'm looking at you. Like real serious faces, cool and smooth. And I was just laughing. I was like, guaranteed these dudes are not as tough as they look. But I've realized that putting up that wall, putting up that cool and smooth wall, all that's doing is putting up more barriers between you and other people, between you and hot women. You put up that cool and smooth wall, guess what a hot woman's going to do? She's going to do the same thing to you. What if you put yourself to be really vulnerable? Vulnerable means even just smiling. Vulnerable means putting yourself up for attack. The most confident people are the people that are not afraid of attack. Showing my weaknesses and vulnerabilities actually makes women more attracted to me. To me, it's the secret confidence, and I truly believe that. The other cool thing about showing my weaknesses and vulnerabilities to women openly, confidently, it lowers women's defenses. It makes them trust me like crazy, and it opens up their nerdy, emotional, weird, funny, vulnerable side as well. You will never see a hot woman become as nerdy and weird and emotional and vulnerable as she is when she meets somebody like me, because I open her up quick. Why? Because I get as vulnerable as possible, and I encourage her to do the same. That makes everything so much easier, fluid. We get attracted to each other because we see the real sides of each other so much more quickly. What a guy does is he puts up his barriers, that puts up a girl's barriers, and then he works on breaking down her barriers. I mean, it makes no sense to me. I have a blog called Beautiful Army, and the whole purpose of the blog is to tear down the barriers between men and women. I go around the city and I interview women on how they feel, on who they are, on who they really are. This beautiful girl, she's 21 years old. I'll bet you'd see her in a bar and you'd go, whoa, scary. I don't want to talk to that one. But I interviewed her. She said, I want to walk down the street without feeling like I'm being sized up. I think my least favorite thing about being a woman is just being a woman. I think just the way society in general puts women in the spotlight, that whole idea of being ogled all the time or thought to be something that you're not just because of what other people think you should be. Think about this. You could go to a bar and you see those hot girls and you're like, whoa, these people are like magic people. They're so confident, nothing touches them. They're aliens. They are the cool club. But the years and years of my social development taught me that literally everybody has these feelings. Everybody is a normal person with vulnerabilities and weaknesses. And for me to see that in a woman, for me to know that that's in every single one. And the people that actually hide that the best are the ones that have the most vulnerabilities and weaknesses. The people that are very easy to show their vulnerabilities and weaknesses, I actually find they are the most emotionally healthy. So beautifularmy.org if you guys want to check it out. Now, part 5, baby. Put it into practice, baby. Because once again, we spent most of this program changing your mindset. But now the next part is putting it into practice. I am thinking about these philosophies all of the time. If I'm in a bad mood, I wake up and I think, man, think about the gift I have of life. I think about, damn it, I don't want to spend time around people that I don't connect with. Those people aren't cool to me. The coolest people in the world are people that I like and like me back. I value my life and I value who I am so much. I think about humanizing women, not objectifying them. And because I humanize them, I make it so much more comfortable around me. I'm so much more comfortable around them. And it's so easy. It's so easy. There's no fear anymore. Think about how easy that is, guys. You don't have to be fearful. You don't have to do push-ups on the ground and run around and do any of that bullshit to lose your fear. You just have to humanize women and appreciate some life and, focus on the people that really like you, that 10%. That's it. Huh. I didn't know it took like that. I didn't know it was like that. I thought it'd be harder. I thought I'd have to do more bullshit. I thought I'd have to follow the bullshit that people tell me on the internet. Fuck. No. I just gotta be a chill dude and find other chill dudes and chicks. I am constantly referring to this new philosophy. Once your thoughts and your mindset are different, your actions will follow. Now, here's the fear killer challenge. Oh, I love this thing, man. This, to me, is really going to help a lot of guys put this into practice. Because I see it as the embodiment of fear killer itself. I want you to record yourself approaching a beautiful baby, putting out your hand and telling her, hey, I'm working on killing my fear with women. Will you dance with me? I want you to dance with her however you'd like, but I want you to make it count. Look into her eyes. Look into her soul. Dance with her not to impress her, not to be cool, not to do it as a pickup tactic. Dance with her as a way to say, look at this silly world. Look at this beautiful place that we're in. Let's connect. Let's have fun in this world. Look into her eyes. Look into her soul. Dance with her. If you send me this video or post it on a social media account with the hashtag Fearkiller, I will invite you to an advanced group coaching session for some more next level challenges and some more fun gifts that I'll give you in return. Now, you may be thinking, yo, dude, that's not a dope thing to say to a girl. It's not alpha, bro. I'm working on killing my fear with women. Huh, that's not cool. But here, that's the point. Killing your fear is not about building up walls of coolness. We want to humanize each other. I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to feel a bit raw. This is where the real fear is killed. Putting my real self out there puts me at ease. Now, slapping high fives with strangers or whatever the fuck you want to do doesn't grow a connection between two people. It just builds your adrenaline. I don't want or need adrenaline when I'm interacting with people. I want to be relaxed. I want to have fun. I don't want to be a fucking nut job on the dance floor. That makes no sense. So, I'll be doing this webinar every week. If you want, you can come back and tell me your progress. And I'll give you a spotlight to tell your story and how these teachings have helped you. Now, you could be feeling either filled with excitement to use this new system in your dating life or filled with frustration as I've now opened up a can of worms with more questions about this new mentality and proposed lifestyle. I don't know why you came here today. It could be because you're in your late 20s and you're looking to start a real quality dating life and social life with real quality women. You're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s and you're ready to find your soulmate to grow old and have kids with. Or you just want tons of hot quality women to screw your damn brains out. One of my clients in his 20s came to me literally asking for a harem. He left me a year later married and with a harem as well. That's actually a true story. Many of my clients came to me in their 40s looking to find a woman to marry. They left me a year later putting a ring on the finger of their soulmate. Guys, this shit works. I'm telling you. Nobody knows creating amazing relationships with amazing hot women better than I do. That's why I'm the best in the world. It's why TV loves me. And it's why I recently just filmed a TV pilot for a network television show. I'm the only real guy who knows the real way. Here's some shots of me on different TV shows, getting interviewed, yada, yada, yada. Bottom right is on CNN with Morgan Spurlock. That's, me just finishing up with the crew where we filmed the pilot. That's my friend, Gabby Conti. She invited me on a few shows that she hosts. On the bottom right is me with GQ's Man of the Year, hanging out with him, good friend. And I have a question for you. If a magical sage came down and gave you an opportunity to date and hook up with hot, amazing women for the rest of your life without any real effort involved, would you take him up on it? Or do you value the journey of growing your own skills and getting women on your own terms? I'm going to tell you my own answer on this in a bit, but while you're thinking about what you would do, I want to let you in on a little story. Right now, there is only one path for you to be really great at hooking up with and dating hot women. You go to a place where there's a lot of beautiful babies, you try to act like you actually really want to be in this random ass place, and you muster up all the confidence you have to approach every cute girl that doesn't make you actually shit your pants. And if you're lucky, after all that, you manage a few minutes of a conversation where you came off kind of dope and miraculously squeezed out a phone number. And maybe, just maybe, you actually got to make out with this fine creature and holy shit, put the thing inside the thing. Here's the thing about this process. It's made by people who are desperately trying to keep you in the gerbil wheel so they could keep you thinking that it takes superhuman skills to simply do the thing that humans have been easily doing since we were created. But what if you could sidestep all of that? What if you didn't have to have amazing skills to be dating women? Why do you need to have amazing social skills anyway? That's not what you signed up for. You just wanted to be dating hot, amazing women, right? Let's really think about it. Do you need to be competing in the Olympics to get an amazing body? No. You go to the gym a few times a week and eat a good diet. Then why are you treating meeting women like an Olympic game? It makes zero sense. So shouldn't this be easier? There are millions and millions of hot women in the world for you. The issue isn't your skills. I could promise you that. Let me jump topic here for a second. Did you know there's a whole world of men who are dating hotter women than any pickup artist or player has ever even seen before? These men are not better than you. They're not better looking than you. They don't have more money than you. They don't approach women on the street like a weirdo or prowl for chicks at bars and clubs like sleazes. In fact, they couldn't do that anyway. They don't have Olympian social skills. In fact, these guys are perplexed at how I'm able to talk to women off the street. These are just regular, cool guys that simply have a process. I was a fucking weirdo as a kid. Then, in 7th grade, something very strange happened. A handful of cool kids throughout my life took me into their private circles. This was big because I always saw these guys as the coolest people with the hottest girls and all the good things that come with all that. And being a little nerdy scientist, over the next 10 years, I got to watch how they date the women that they did. If you learn how to meet women from dudes on the internet, they never had this insider experience. Pickup artists were the losers who vowed to conquer the women who ignored them all their lives. Now they're all grown up and dress in stupid-ass clothes and approach women from this same sad, dark headspace. And whatever success they had came from the twisted, fucked-up mindset that made them losers in the first place. And now they're teaching you stuff, and you're inheriting this loser DNA into your own life. Kind of getting pissed at what I'm saying a little bit, eh? You see, what I'm getting at is the way they're teaching you is not the way you could be easily hooking up with hotties. Their methods are made up of grueling work, killing their old demons, and sneaking into cool women's lives. They're holding you back for selfish reasons, and it's all really fucked up. My friends are some of the coolest people I know. They date stupid hot women and have a cool circle of friends, and they're all doing it without approaching women at bars or clubs or using online dating. You know why? because my friends suck at approaching random people. They don't know how to hack Tinder because that's some nerd shit. They're so perplexed at how easily I'm able to approach hot women at a bar, but they always have dated hotter women than me. I think the reason why I'm so successful at teaching men how to get with hot women is because my nerdiness was intercepted halfway through my childhood. I'm somewhat of a hybrid personality. I have the strange, nerdy stuff about me, but I still know how to be confident about it all. And that's why I'm dying to invite you into my wildly easy dating world, the same way my friends did for me in high school. A completely different way from how you've learned before. A less creepy, erratic, stressful way to simply be dating gorgeous babies. You don't have to go to loud bars or clubs. You don't have to go creep on women at shopping centers. I know you're a bit confused at what I'm talking about right now. You're thinking I'm telling a bunch of baloney. So let me give you an example of the way my friends are doing it, and I know you'll start to understand. I have a friend named Aaron. Aaron doesn't like to approach women off the street or at bars. It's weird to him. But Aaron consistently hooks up with the creme de la creme of New York City's 20-something female population. How? First off, Aaron is a good guy. He's not creepy. He's not manipulative. Aaron is cool. He has interesting things to talk about, and he has certain interests. One of his interests is design. Aaron dresses well. He also has a great-looking apartment. Aaron recently switched from painting to photography. He bought a camera called the A7. It's something by Sony called a mirrorless camera. It takes gorgeous photos. Aaron decided that he wanted to photograph girls as an art project, so he made a post on Instagram calling for women who wanted to model for him. He got a few responses, and he had some cute girls come over and take their clothes off for him so he could build a portfolio. It ends up that this little hobby Aaron created got pretty popular. He has thousands of followers on social media, and he has a new girl coming over 2 to 3 times a week to model. Aaron got pretty damn good at photography. I visited New York City last winter to meet friends and hang with family. I met up with Aaron and asked him how many of these girls he's actually sleeping with. He told me about a third of the women he photographs he also has sex with. That's pretty good odds for a little hobby he started. What else does Aaron do? Aaron recently discovered the game Dungeons and Dragons. I've never played that game, but I think it sounds goddamn ridiculous. However, Aaron tells me that he stays friends with all the models he photographs, and these models like to come over and play D&D with him on the weekends. Then, Aaron has threesomes with these women at the end of the parties. Again, Aaron is just a really good guy who hates approaching random women off the street. He thinks it's weird. He isn't acting like a chicken with his head cut off at bars and clubs. He's not swiping endlessly on dating apps. Aaron doesn't need to. He has a bevy of women coming over to his apartment every day to meet him and get to know his hobby and create art together. That's Aaron's life. Do you see what I mean now? Do you see how movies, your friends, and pickup artists especially are keeping you running in a useless rat race just to watch you sweat? It's embarrassing now that you realize how much time you're wasting at bars, ain't it? That experience with Aaron is just one example of a process me and my friends effortlessly use to date the hottest women in the world. And it's all laid out for you, step by step, in my new program, The Perfect Dating Life. You shouldn't be suckered into thinking that you need to have amazing pickup artist skills just to be consistently dating great women. In fact, I could promise you that not only is this new process easier and much more efficient than doing it the old, outdated way, but that you're going to be dating hotter women than you've ever imagined. I was told the Perfect Dating Life program had to sell for $1,600, or I'm severely underselling the lifestyle change people will undergo. But I sincerely want cool men like you all over the world to be living this life, whether you're 18 years old or 55. That's why I'd like to give you the Perfect Dating Life program for under $50. And with that, you never have to nervously approach another random, uninterested girl at a loud bar ever again.
You could skip the years of learning every pickup trick in the book just to hook up with someone. I want you to sidestep that and jump right into the fun stuff. Want one more sneak peek into what kind of life is on the other side of this program? I'm going to teach you the simple process to have cute, filtered women paying to come to your house and meet you. The first time I made this happen, it was just weird to see that cute girls actually love to do this. Why hasn't this been taught before? Because pickup artists like to keep you on that fucking gerbil wheel. And your friends, it ends up they're more interested in having dick-wagging contests on who can impress each other more. I don't want to do any of that. I just want one thing: to date incredibly adorable women without doing any work. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you right now. After you buy the Perfect Dating Life program, you have me at your full disposal for any questions you may have. I'm available by email or my exclusive Facebook group. So, I'll see you on the other side. I am so excited to go on this journey with you. And back to that magical sage, and if I'd take that opportunity to date women with no real effort involved? I think by now you know my answer.
Now, this is the most effective and simple system ever, and it's specifically made to date hot women. I can't tell you how much time I spent boiling this method down, this program down, to be as simple and as effective as you could ever find anywhere. Now, I am going to give you a one-time opportunity to have this program with a $10 discount off $47. What does that mean? It's obviously $37. After this, it's back to $47, and your hesitation cost you $10 for nothing. The cool thing about buying this program, The Perfect Dating Life, is now I am eternally part of your life. I just have this thing about me where if you invest in me just a little bit, I commit 100% to you. And I think it really has to do with the principles that I taught before. If somebody's around me, they are the coolest person. They are the most important person in my life. You commit to me, guys, I can't help but want to be there for you at all times. So you are going to get also unlimited updates to the program. The cool thing about The Perfect Dating Life is I see it as an evolving organism. I am going to keep creating more content for this program over time. So you're going to keep getting updates to it regularly. And to make this a no-brainer, I'm throwing in two ridiculous gifts. The OKCUPID Blueprint. It teaches you to stop wasting your time online and meet the perfect women for you in only 5 minutes a day. Okay, next is Lady Killer. This thing is phenomenal. This is an amazing program. I love this thing. Lady Killer teaches you exactly how to be openly sexual with women from the beginning, how to do it smoothly and charmingly so that women love it and they enjoy it and they appreciate it. I love this program, and I'm really excited to give it to you for free. $269 value. OKCUPID Blueprint, $37 value. Guys, crazy. And then one life-changing phone call. It's $1,000 value. And let me tell you something. I am very soon going to remove this part of the deal. Because sooner or later, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people buying this program, and I will not have time to be on the phone 24/7. But at the moment, I'm going to give you a life-changing phone call, $1,000 for free, just for spending $37 on the Perfect Dating Life program. Guys, I'm just excited. I'm just excited about showing you this new way to live life, this new way to meet and date beautiful women who are made exactly for you. No longer do you have to go running around like a chicken with your head cut off at bars and clubs and on streets and at malls, trying to meet girls and getting rejected and just, God, that is That is like old school stuff. That's old school like pickup stuff, guys. This is the new world here. This is new school. All right? I make it so much easier. So the question is, listen, do you want to continue making meeting women into a sport? I don't want to play the game. I don't want to run around at bars and impress my friends, yada, yada, yada. I don't want any of that. I just want to be with cute women. I'm Italian. I'm a lover. I just want to be with women. That's it. This program teaches you how to do that in the most efficient, easy, effective way as possible. That's it. I really, really appreciate you staying this entire time, guys. So I've emailed you your gifts, and if I know the chat's disabled, I'm sorry about that. There was a lot of spam, but you could simply join the Facebook group and post on there. You could even message me on Facebook after you've joined the group, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have about anything. Guys, thank you so much for coming to this program. It really means a lot to me for people that stayed the entire time. And I'm so excited to see how you felt about this and to see how this changed you. And I really want you to go out into your life and live by these philosophies and practice what I just taught you and see how much easier everything goes for you. There's going to be no more fear, and there's going to be no more banging your head against the wall. I also want you to email me or put it on the Facebook group and for everybody to see how it's changed you, how it's affected you, how it's inspired you. I'm really excited about this, guys. Perfect Dating Life, $37. It's a crazy deal. You can click below, or you could just type in perfectdatinglife.com/secret. That's it. All right. I will see you on the flip side. I will see you later. All right. Thanks for coming, everyone. This was really fun. And I cannot wait to see what your dating life looks like in a couple weeks from now. Bye-bye.